Before starting the video series, I would like to convey very important message to parents and students. We need to analyze what's our final goal. That is very important. Most of the time we only concern about marks, higher grade for subjects. Definitely our aim should be to get a grade, nothing wrong, right? We need to prove ourselves we have obtained the highest grade, but method used to obtain that particular grade is very important. We can train you 100 such questions. This is the question, this is the answer, this is the question, this is the answer. Even in the exam, you no need to read the question, immediately you can answer. That is the practice you obtain. What will happen to your IQ level? Never improved. Now this is the very good period for us to improve our IQ level. This method not providing that opportunity for students to improve their IQ level. Now what would be the final result? They become admirers, not innovators. We need innovators, need time. We can fish and give, or we can train them how to fish. The first method, always they become dependent. Please fish and give, please fish and give. Once we train them to how to fish, they become independent. But it takes little time. We need to train them how to fish. They can spend 1 or 2 hours to find solution for one particular question. We need give much more time for them to think, improve the IQ level. Then whatever the format they receive, they should be able to answer those questions. Then only they can solve real world problems. This is not happening. Therefore we have very high grades, practically we are 0. I am experiencing this. When I handle HND UG students, very difficult. I will try my best always, at least whatever the project you are using for your Viva, at least you understand and do. At least you can do something. That is the main reason the basement, foundation is very important. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Creativity, very important. There are 2 sides of our brain, left and right. We always train our left side. 95% we use only left side of the brain. Therefore our creativity, imagination power, can't think, can't focus on new questions, can't solve complicated problems. Only what we learn we can solve. This is the method we use. This is the typical method we use. We need to change this. We need little time, not much. Once we create the proper basement, they become innovators. Their imagination power definitely improve. So the IQ level is very important. Once they reach to O level, GCSE, their IQ level should decide what is my final goal, what particular field is suitable for me, not just selecting courses and following. This is based on the IQ. But this is the very good period, right? Than the degree. This is the period we are getting good opportunity to improve our IQ level. I made few videos related to this. I'll provide you the link. Dear parents, please listen to those videos, very useful. Therefore, the two things we need to remember: we need higher grades, at the same time method used to obtain higher grade also very important. Otherwise we will end up only with the qualification, but skill level will be 0. But nowadays just obtaining degree not going to help. Definitely we need skill levels, we need to improve our skills. Now it is very clear what should be our goal, start to end. Within this period, not only scoring for subjects, IQ development also very important. This is the secret the other developed country follows. Normally they keep actually classes for parents and teachers, not student, mainly focusing how to develop IQ level of these students. Now it is very clear, we need to understand the subject very well. That basement is very important. Using the basement, they should be able to solve problems. Then they become innovators. Stay tuned for the rest of the videos. I'll be explaining every topics with clear explanation, because we should train them little by little to become independent. Always they depends, whatever the questions, whatever the study they go ahead, always they depends on the teachers. Please, assistance is needed. Definitely we need to provide the assistance. The same time, gradually we should arrange the pathway for them to be independent. That is very important. That is the main reason I prefer than the Zoom class. Why I am providing this video? Different people use different methodology. As far as I concern, the way I explain the topics, they can clearly understand each and every topic without any issues. At the same time, time saving also very important. I don't need to spend much time about explaining those, right? But time saving also very important. That is actually the main key point. Nobody will think. I have seen certain topics, just for 10-15 minutes explanation they spend hours, because since once we connect to the Zoom, certain the students internet connection is not properly function. Sometimes certain students the mic sound not functions properly. We won't feel, but 5 minutes finally add up. At the same time, it is not a physical class, but the Zoom is good. I am not actually discouraging not to participate in Zoom classes. It's very important. There's a very good opportunity for remote learners. But as far as I concern, the time management also very important. According to the situation, we can apply. So my method, since I am providing crystal clear explanation, even the HND UG students suggested than the Zoom class, sir, this method is very useful for us. Why? It is like an individual training, no disturbance. They can take their own time, listen to lectures, then they can directly interact with me. They can improve their IQ level. With IQ level, they can even go for higher grades. That is very important. So stay tuned for the upcoming videos. Thank you.